we're back with another episode.
This episode of The Face Off with Fleming and Fowler is sponsored by myapothecary.com. My Apothecary is the premier online destination for hemp-derived CBD that will help you curate a wealthy lifestyle. All right, welcome back, y'all. We are back with another episode of The Face Off with Fleming and Fowler. Thank you guys for joining us again.
How is Texas doing?
Texas is doing horrible right now, but the good thing is Alyssa and I are back in each other's presence. So again, that last episode, the quality, you could tell she was on the telephone.
Yeah. We've got power.
Yes.
We've got water. We've got little to no hope and morale is low, but we're here for y'all.
We're here together in the same room. So that's definitely a blessing. I won't ask you how your week was because both of our weeks were like hell. We're going to talk about it in the midst of the podcast. So for those that I guess kind of have been living under a rock, Texas has definitely gone through some bullshit.
We've been through it.
We've been through it like the past, week and a half, and we're over it.
Yeah.
So this week, actually on Sunday night, it started where we had
Valentine's Day.
Yeah, Valentine's Day. We had
For lovers.
Yes, for the lovers. We iced you out. Literally. There was this huge ice storm that was coming, and it was coming from up north, coming down to us, to Texas. You know, the last time it snowed in Texas was 2017. And, you know, the snow started coming down 9:00 p.m. By the time we woke up the next morning, all the snow was gone. It was fine. We didn't have any issue. This year, not so much. I actually lost power to my house Sunday night.
Insane.
As the snow was coming down, I was like, ooh, pretty. And then all of a sudden everything went dark. And I was like, it'll come back on, eventually.
And it was cold.
Yes.
Usually I feel like it just hits like 30 degrees and it'll snow here because it's so humid and it sucks, but it's not that bad. But this was like freezing.
Yeah. We got down to 9 degrees on Monday morning and it was insane. I've never been in any place in this world where it's gotten down to single digits ever.
Yeah. And I feel like insulation here in the South is different because as much as you want it to be insulated in the summer, it sucks.
Yeah,
so people have okay insulation, but nothing for this kind of cold weather.
No,
we had to bubble. Did I tell you we had to bubble wrap our windows?
No,
we had to get a shit ton of bubble wrap. One of our back windows in our living room is like a huge sliding glass door.
Oh,
and we had to just bubble wrap the whole thing to get some more insulation.
Wait, but you guys didn't lose power the whole time, right?
No, we didn't lose power, didn't lose water. We're on the same grid as a fire station and a hospital, like a little baby hospital. It's like bigger than an emergency ER, but like smaller than a real hospital.
Yeah,
kind of setup. So we're on their grid, so we were up and running the whole time.
Dang, that sucks, man. I lost power like Sunday night, probably like 10 o'clock-ish or something, and then it kept flickering on and off, and then all of a sudden going into Monday I was freezing my butt off. I literally had to get up in the middle of the night, and obviously I had no power, so I had to go and try to find all my comforters and my guest comforters and everything, put them on my bed. I put on like 2 different outfits, and then Monday morning when I woke up, because I made it sound like I was in bed with somebody. I wasn't. Anyway, I wish I would have been. Anyway,
that's a lot of explaining.
That really is. Anyway, I probably cut that out.
Fishy to me.
I'll cut that out. So they literally, I was timing it. They were cutting on our power for like 17 minutes at a time and then turning it off for like 2-3 hours. So during the time when they turned it on, you had to run down here, try to like make something to eat or, boil some water or whatever the case may be, and then run back upstairs and try to, warm yourself up. So it was insane. And then my power kept flickering on and off from Monday, and then Tuesday and Wednesday, it completely went off. It never came back on until like Wednesday about like 4 or 5. And then I was able to cook some food, and in the middle of me cooking, the power went out again, but I have a gas stove. So at least I was able to finish cooking, and then it came back on like 9:30 Wednesday night, and has been on ever since. So that's been a blessing, but I never lost water. So I'm grateful for that. Yeah.
It was just, I have never dealt with it felt like developing nation levels, which is like, I'm not trying to be ignorant. I know that we're in the fucking middle of the United States and we have a lot of access to a lot of things, but no power, no water is a big deal for a lot of people. And I felt super bad because I'm sitting there watching a fucking movie marathon, popping popcorn, drinking hot chocolate, and people are like, oh, it's 37 degrees in my house. I was like, fuck.
Yeah, it got down to 47 degrees in my house, and it was like, I love the cold. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely love the cold. However, not at the expense of not having any power whatsoever. So that was a bit much. And even my nose started bleeding because it was so dry in my house. And I was like, should I go to the hospital? This is weird.
Well, and I couldn't even be like, hey, anyone come over if they want, because the streets were so bad.
Yeah, it was ice everywhere.
So on that Thursday, it had to have been the Thursday before Valentine's Day. Yeah, because I was off Friday. The Thursday before Valentine's Day, there was a 30-car pileup in Austin because of the black ice, and a 100-car pileup in Fort Worth because of the ice. So I was the roads. Texas infrastructure is not made for the cold.
No, it's really not. And people were just like, even some northerners were just like, oh, how y'all can't deal with snow and y'all pick at us all the time and blah blah blah. And I'm like, you idiots! Like, if you came down to Texas and had to deal with 105 and 107 degree weather, you would probably die because you don't deal with that every single day. Your roads are made for that. You actually have salt trucks. We don't have salt trucks here in Texas. No. I can drive in rain, hurricanes, tropical storms. I know how to survive in that stuff because I'm a born and raised Floridian. But when you put snow on top of rain, that's a totally different situation, because that's what? Ice.
Who'd have thought?
Yeah, it's chemistry. I don't do that. No.
Yeah, it's not dude. And just like all the apartment fires, the house fires, flooding. The floods, the pipes bursting.
It was horrible. Like, to see people like having to flee their house and having nowhere to go. Hotels are all booked up. Even a couple of our coworkers, they had to flee their apartments because, the pipes were bursting, and, people were losing pretty much everything. And it was insane.
Yeah. One of the girls we work with was telling me she was in a small town down like towards Corpus kind of. Yeah. And their whole town is still without water because she said there's so many frozen pipes and busted pipes throughout the town. They cannot find them all. So there's like no water pressure anywhere. They barely have any water. They're all using well water still.
That's absolutely horrible. And then throughout the whole situation, well, even before that, I think a lot of Texans did not realize that Texas is the only state in the United States that is not a part of the national power grid.
Let me tell you some things I learned last week. I had no idea. No one had ever mentioned that to me. That was never on some social studies quiz in 7th grade. I never knew that information.
Yeah. And when they said so basically what happens is that the way that the United States works is all of our power is dispersed throughout all the states, right? Let's say Florida runs out of some shit. Okay, you got the Florida-Georgia line. You got Alabama, Florida line.
Florida-Georgia line, huh?
Yeah, the Florida-Georgia line.
That's a
state line.
Country singers, but okay.
Oh, okay. Well, if Florida ever ran out of power, they can borrow some power from Georgia. They can borrow power from Alabama and vice versa. Well, Texas government has decided to be like fucking North Korea out here and just isolated themselves and just like, no, we're going to privatize our energy grid.
You know what they do I remember being told in middle school is like Texas can fly its flag at the same height as the American flag. Why? Well, Texas could be its own nation if it wanted to. That's why we can secede if we want to. Why? Oh, because we have all the resources we need to here. That way, if we ever broke off, we'd be self-sustained. No one ever mentioned like, oh, one of those resources is power. Here's why we're on our own grid. I was just like, oh, we have oil and shit. Cool.
And then Greg Abbott kept saying, well, our green energy failed us. And, the wind turbines, they all froze. Greg Abbott, stop being a fucking idiot, okay? The wind turbines only account for 10% of Texas's energy source. And the fact that this government, as much money as y'all claim y'all have, or as much smarts and intelligence as y'all have, the fact that you have not diversified your energy portfolio is a shame. 80% of our energy comes from oil and coal. Even the people with solar energy, solar panels, guess what? You're still connected to city power, and they cut your shit right off.
This is just another example of what happened when COVID started. Remember, they were we had a team in place for this, but we thought it'd never happen. So we disbanded them.
Exactly.
There's probably been issues with this forever, but they were like, the only thing that could happen was it got so cold.
Yeah.
Everything iced over. We couldn't get any power to the whole grid. It's never going to happen.
That's a lie. Because even when Greg Abbott was on CNN and he was being interviewed by some black commentator on there, and that black man tore his ass up and was like, well, sir, that's a lie. You knew this. You knew this back in 2011 when, you guys are no longer federally regulated, but they told you all the issues that your grid was having, that you all could not sustain the amount of power that Texas gives off, because apparently Texas is one of the, the top states for the fact that we use the most energy of the United States. Exactly. But it could be too because of the oil and all that kind of stuff.
We're
totally
also
understandable.
A big state.
It's a
we
huge
got a lot
state.
Of people.
Yeah. So I'm just like, the fact that you knew about this stuff and then you sat here and was just like, well, it's our green energy. The green energy had nothing to do with it,
Texas
Greg Abbott.
Doesn't have green energy.
It's Texas.
It is Texas.
You don't even barely have vegans here. What the hell? You think you're going to have renewable energy like that?
It was just, people are not ready for this. No one knows how to act during these kinds of natural disasters. We know how to flood and we know how to be dry forever.
Yeah.
But we don't know how to freeze. So it's just sad. And all the people that have passed away and all the like crazy stories that have happened, it just sucks.
Yeah. Even one of my neighbors in like the Facebook page or whatever for our community, when I did get power and my internet came back on, this guy was asking if anybody had power or a generator to plug up his daughter's ventilator, because apparently she has some disorder or disease where she's on a ventilator at night. And he was like, please, like, I'm crying for help. Like, I will give you anything. I will pay you whatever. Please just
forget about stuff like that.
You forget about people. Even the fact that we work or we live in a city that has a lot of LVADs. Like we have one of the largest LVAD programs. Think about that. These people need batteries for their LVADs. And it's like, you have even the VA has an ALS clinic. What about the ALS patients who are on portable ventilators and they can't breathe? You know what I mean? And it's just, it's insane. But then Ted Cruz, old bitch ass, who's the senator of Texas, one of the senators of Texas, this man literally flew to Cancun, Mexico in the middle of this snowstorm.
First of all, I didn't even know airports were open.
I didn't either.
So that was my first shock.
Yeah.
Second of all, I get it. I didn't want to fucking be here. If I could go to Mexico, I'd fly to Mexico. Read the room.
Read the room,
You're
Cam.
a fucking senator. You know people are going to see you. You know people are going to talk shit. You know people are going to take pictures. Send the family by themselves. Dish out the money to fly private. Or stay your ass at fucking home and deal with the problems we're having.
But here's the issue. People started taking pictures of him at the airport, seeing him at the airport, and was like, God damn, Ted Cruz, first of all, the irony. You sit here and you supported a man, 45, who wanted to build a wall to keep Mexicans out of Texas. And the first place that your fat ass fly to is Mexico?
Legally.
Y'all should have put his ass on a no-fly list. He cannot enter the country. None of his family, his friends, fans, nobody. Then you left your damn dog, Snow White. I don't even know if the dog name is Snow White. But you left the damn dog at the house. And then, of course, the paparazzi came and was like, oh, the little white dog sitting in the window like, help me, I'm freezing. And then he claims, oh, the security guard that's there was taking care of him. How was he taking care of a dog in a cold ass house, you say?
I need politicians from here on out to just do their job and be shitty politicians who know how to manipulate situations and people and know what it looks like, know what their actions look like and what they portray.
You should have flew private.
You should have flown private. No one would have seen you.
Because then even too, like he did a interview and he was like, oh, I'm coming back the next day. I just wanted to drop my kids off.
Bullshit.
I just wanted to be a good dad.
It's not summer camp, dude. Was like, you weren't going to drop your kids off in Cabo and come back.
With your wife and her friends? Come on, Ted. That's not even believable.
Looking for a husband that will fly me, my friends, and my kids out to Cabo in the middle of a snowstorm.
Absolutely. So Ted Cruz released a statement and he said, this has been an infuriating week for Texans.
Has it?
The greatest state in the greatest country in the world has been without power. We have food lines, gas lines, and people sleeping at the neighbors' houses. Our homes are freezing and our lights, first of all, bitch, don't try to include yourself. Like millions of Texans, our family lost heat and power too. With school canceled for the week, our girls asked to take a trip with friends, wanting to be
I just need to pause there because what in the caucasity that there's a huge natural disaster and your kids are like, you know what? Can we just go to Mexico?
And you're using taxpayer dollars.
Can we just
fly your family same day to Mexico?
Dad, can we just buy a Cabo real quick?
Can we just go? It's super cold in this house.
And he was like, yeah, it's fucking cold here. Let's fucking go.
Then he's like, wanting to be a good dad. I flew down with them last night and I am flying back this afternoon. Bullshit. You took the biggest fucking suitcase to fly down for one goddamn night. And it's amazing how the hypocrisy of you, Ted Cruz, you sat here and said you wanted to be a good dad. It's very reminiscent of immigrants who come to this fucking country for seeking asylum, and the first thing you do is separate the fucking kids from their children, from their parents. So you literally did the same thing that immigrants have done
to be a good parent.
And you penalize these people and put their kids in fucking cages, who are still there, by the way, and we're freezing their asses off.
Also, can we stop blaming things on kids? They're kids.
They're freaking kids.
When I was a kid, I asked to go to like Paris every week and Disney World every week. And my mom was like, we're not fucking going anywhere.
Listen, we live 3.5 hours. I asked to go to
McDonald's and she was like, no.
We live 3 hours from Disney World, and I've gone 3 times in my life.
That is just all the memes that were coming out about him were insane. Listen, they were so good. He also looks awful.
He needs to. It's all the lies that are coming up out of his pores. That's part of the problem.
Out of his fucking panis.
Yeah, his beard, all them gray hairs. That's demons just rested on his face. That's all that is.
I said, hey, listen, dude, I get it. I would want to leave too. Not a good look.
It's not a good look. You like people are saying, well, what do you expect Ted Cruz to do? Pass out water? Yes,
anything.
Yes,
because in these situations, politicians in particular, right? Because they're members of the people. Their job is to serve the people.
Right.
They know they can't do shit, and they just go out there and do random bullshit, like go say hi to people,
do photo ops,
or do a photo op, or hand out water or cans of the food bank. They know it's not really doing shit, but they know it looks like they have to do something.
Exactly.
So that's what they fucking do.
Exactly. I mean, this was a great demonstration, unfortunately, of classism in this country, and that it has the potential to spread to every single state in this entire country, because even people were getting like these ridiculously outrageous high bills for energy or for electricity, $5,000, $2,000, which is insane. And I'm so glad that Biden declared a state of emergency for the state of Texas, so it protects against price gouging. But also too, there was a Colorado City, Texas mayor. His name is Tim Boyd.
What's up, Tim?
Listen, fuck Tim Boyd, okay? Because this man, he had to resign because of his controversial comments that he gave to his city when they called upon him to do the same thing. And he just went off on them. Let me just read what he said on his Facebook.
I'm gonna stop you right there.
Oh God.
Hey, if you're a politician, I'm gonna need you to stop releasing things to the people on your personal Facebook page.
Where's your PR person?
No iOS press releases. Run everything by your team. Your personal Facebook is no longer personal.
Listen, get you a Simone Sanders so she can handle your business,
or a fucking Olivia Pope. Something.
Exactly. So this man said, first of all, this is the first title, the first sentence. Let me hurt some feelings while I have a minute! Exclamation point! Exclamation point!
I hate the state
so much. That was rule number 1.
This is the most Texas
shit
I've ever heard.
No one. This is quote by Tim Boyd, the former mayor of Colorado City, Texas. He said, no one owes you or your family anything, nor is it the local government's responsibility to support you during trying times like this. Sink or swim, it's your choice. The city and county, along with power providers or any other service, owes you nothing, in capital letters. I'm sick and tired of people looking for a damn handout. If you don't have electricity, you step up and come up with a game plan to keep your family warm and safe. If you have no water, you deal without. And what the hell did he write? He was mad.
Okay, I'm not Bear Grylls. I don't know how to fucking live off the land if I don't have power. I have an iPhone. I have a fucking car. I have Apple TV.
Thank you.
And if I use my fucking toaster all the time. No, that's
listen,
bullshit.
You told me to read a book and I'm like, bitch, all I listen to are audio books. I need internet for that.
Also, as a taxpayer, I do think it's fair that I expect some things from the government.
Listen, we elect you to serve the people, bitch. You should be out here passing out water and food. So then he says, if you are sitting at home in the cold because you have no power and are sitting there waiting for someone to come rescue you because you're lazy, it is a direct result of your raising. Only the strong will survive and the weak will perish. Folks, God has given us the tools to support ourselves in times like this. This is sadly a product of a socialist government where they feed people to believe that the few will work and others will become dependent for handouts. Am I sorry that you have been dealing without electricity and water? Yes, but I'll be damned if I'm going to provide provide for anyone that is capable of doing it themselves.
But also, how can I directly affect the electricity?
Listen,
I am not Benjamin Franklin.
First of all, I'm not Black Lightning. Okay.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That's a good show.
That was a good show.
But I'm
Even
not
better
Black
than Benjamin
Lightning.
Franklin.
Like,
yeah,
I mean,
I'd love to be Black Lightning.
I'm not Storm from goddamn X-Men.
I don't have fucking fingers that just. No.
I'm not E.T. bitch. I can't do anything like that.
It's that for me. There's also 100 ways you could have avoided that. Like, hey, I know we're all in a shitty situation, but please do what you can. Go out and do something. You can't sit around and wait for us because the government's fucked up right now.
But then he says in closing, this is what Tim Boyd said. Bottom line, quit crying and looking for a handout. Get off your ass and take care of your own family. Bottom line again, don't be a part of the problem. Be a part of the solution. And his ass was asked to resign the very next day.
Who pissed in his Wheaties?
Listen, people are
dying, Tim.
He was Kermit the fucking Frog, okay? Because typos and all. Like, dude, that's not what you say and say that you don't owe us anything. You owe us fucking everything. As a mayor of a city, I mean, you're not the mayor of my city, thank God, but you do owe the people in your city that elected you.
Wow.
Like, common decency, and you're saying get up off your ass?
Facebook, dude.
It's the ridiculousness for me. It was hilarious though. It was kind of funny that he, as sad as that was, it was kind of funny. But yeah, people are insane. I mean, the one thing that I did appreciate was even in my Facebook group for my community page, it was such a sense of community here in the city where people were really taking care of each other. And we're in San Antonio. I don't even think San Antonio got it as bad as Dallas and Austin got it. And just northern.
That's why we live down
Texas.
south, baby.
Exactly.
The Valley did get fucked though. They always get fucked. When Texas decides to pool their resources, they start by just the closer you are to Mexico, the more fucked you are.
That is very true. That is very true. Because they want you to work for them, but when it comes time to reciprocate that shit, they will not do it. But I mean, even people in the community were just like, hey, does anybody have eggs? I have milk. I can trade you for the eggs or whatever. Like, so people were really looking out for each other, which I really appreciated.
Yeah, a lot of restaurants are giving free food. There's free water. They turned the convention, as soon as the convention center got power again, they turned it into a warming center. Yeah,
because even too in certain different grocery stores, people were like, the power went out while they were grocery shopping, and then the people were just like, hey, just take the food.
Take it. I love it.
Yeah, because I mean, you're gonna throw it out anyway, so it's like you might as well just give it to people. You don't have to pay for it. Don't try to come back and sue us saying that I got the shit to the runs. Just go about your business. But yeah, I think that it was definitely a disastrous week. I didn't go to work all week, and I'm glad I didn't, because I am not sacrificing my life or my car for no extra $5 or nothing that any facility or any place of employment could try to offer me to come out of my damn house. But even the hospital was very I think good about giving like hospital vouchers and even having cots and blow up beds and stuff set up for people if they stayed overnight. I'm too fat to be sitting on the floor.
Paying people to stay overnight.
Yeah. I mean, there was a lot of resources.
Commandeering sleep rooms and all of that stuff.
Even our CEO was going and picking up people. Which I thought was hilarious.
He's like, hey, I just want to make sure you're going to get your ass to work.
See, he did his job, though. He did his photo ops. He did his photo ops.
That's what I'm saying. Like, a politician's job, a CEO's job is to be like, hey, I know I can't really do anything. It's a shit situation.
Yes.
But let me make it look like I'm doing something for a photo op so people don't get on my ass.
Let me go kiss the babies and hug the necks and take pictures for Facebook.
That's your job.
That's your job.
Dude, speaking of controversial Facebook sagas, did you see all the stuff with the school board in California?
No, what happened?
All right, there's this elementary school board that was having a meeting online, and one of the school board members decides to they were talking about, because I guess all the parents want the kids back in school. They're not back in school yet.
Yeah.
And they're kind of talking about it, and one of the school board members is like, I don't care, but are we alone? And they're like, oh yeah. So she starts going off. She says, because I guess one of the moms from the school had commented on her picture saying like, oh, you're saying it's not safe for my kid to go back to school, but you're out at a party during a pandemic.
Yeah.
So there's that one, which valid point. And the school board member was like, if you call me out, I'm gonna fuck you up.
She said that verbatim?
She said that.
Oh no.
And I guess she didn't know they were still broadcasting out to everyone, or I don't know what. Jesus. So they all just kind of start talking about random shit, and one of the other parents is saying, they don't know how invested we are. They just want their babysitters back, and da 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 da.
Are you serious?
So they have now all stepped down from the school board.
Yeah, because you don't have no choice because you're stupid.
Yep. One of the guys was like, I know how parents are stressed. My brother owns a medical marijuana delivery service, and a lot of his high-paying clients are parents at the school. I'm like, y'all are spilling everybody's business.
But here's the thing for me. I am not a teacher, but I do have several teachers in my family. That's kind of sounding like I love black people. I have one black friend.
My neighbor's black.
My neighbor's black. My goggles. Anyway, I think that teachers and parents right now have unrealistic expectations of each other
because they're doing each other's jobs.
They're doing each other's jobs, and they didn't realize how difficult each other's jobs really are. And I think for teachers, I've heard some teachers say, if you all are home with your children, you all need to be on the computers helping your children. Well, Mr. and Mrs. Teacher, that's not realistic when this parent, whether they're a single parent or a two-parent household, has to do their work for their job in order to provide internet and utilities for that child to be on that computer.
If they're even able to work from home.
Exactly. And so the parents that are able to work from home, you have to understand that that parent is mimicking being in their office. So if Johnny has a question for number 2, mama can't come and help them. Why? She's at fucking work.
Yeah.
But also too, parents who are at home and who are not working, whether you're, on government assistance or whatever the case may be, you all need to step up and understand what these teachers are dealing with, because teachers are not just dealing with virtual learning. They're also having kids in their physical class along with the virtual students. So I think parents and teachers really need to understand each other's point of view, that you cannot have an unrealistic expectation of these parents who are, number one, like you said, they're not even able to be at home, but also two, parents, if you are at home, try to wake your child up the same time that they go to school, make sure that they have a breakfast. I don't care if it's a goddamn Pop-Tart, something, but it's Pop-Tarts. Hard as hell for teachers to keep kids engaged for 8 hours of the fucking day.
Yeah.
I mean, we get distracted.
Screen.
Yes. That gets boring.
What's your favorite Pop-Tart flavor?
This is going to be controversial.
Oh, I don't want to hear it then.
It's the plain one with no icing.
Oh my God.
The strawberry one. Wait.
You are the most frustrating human being.
I have a runner-up. The Oreo one.
Ew, no. What is your problem,
The Oreo one is good, but don't put it in the toaster. Put it in the microwave so it gets soft.
What is wrong with you?
Well, what's yours? Probably something nasty.
No, the brown sugar is the best one, and the strawberry is the second best one. Everyone knows that. That's why they sell the most of those.
But do you like the strawberry with the frosting or without it?
Yes, and the little sprinkles.
No,
I love the sprinkles.
That's too much.
Dude, I can't believe you like unfrosted Pop-Tarts.
I hate frosted Pop-Tarts.
Oh, and the double fudge ones.
Ugh.
Oh, those are good.
My sister used to like the s'mores one. Ugh.
Oh, I don't like that.
Barf.
I'm not a s'mores gal.
It's too much. I
cannot believe it's okay. Frank Ocean likes unfrosted Pop-Tarts.
So I mean,
I guess you're in good company.
Who's Frank Ocean? I'm kidding. He needs to come out with another album. I actually like his voice.
I cannot believe you just said that,
well,
even as a joke.
I love Frank Ocean, but he needs to come back up with another album.
Yeah,
but yeah, I think teachers, and first of all, stop going live, okay, and talking shit.
Dude, okay, here's my thing. Like, anyone over the age of 30, I personally feel should be like, I don't know, familiar with
the internet.
The internet.
Right.
But you're not, because you keep showing your ass on the internet. So
and then coming back and apologizing.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say like 40 and up. Get off the fucking computer. Do not go on live. Do not go on Facebook. Just use the telephone. That's what you're good at.
Well, you remember
call someone.
Last week when the lawyer that did the Zoom call,
Zoom.
He was a cat. He was like, "Oh, Your Honor, I'm here and I'm live. I'm not a cat." He's like, "I'm aware." It's a filter.
It is so interesting to me how people under like 36, your age.
Yeah.
People under your, I feel like
I'm not old.
You're not old.
Thank you.
But we
It was ageism.
Interact with technology so differently. Like we're togglers. Like just not toddlers, togglers.
Yeah.
Like give me an iPad, give me a new phone, give me a computer program. I don't know about it, but we'll just finagle. We'll figure it out. We'll Google it or something. Yeah. But like older people didn't grow up having to do that. They don't know how to do that.
Yeah, so it's like, if you don't know, turn it completely off and then talk shit. Like,
hang it up.
Do that. Hang it up.
Call.
Is this phone hung up? It's like, even when when you get pissed at somebody and you don't know if the red, like you've hit the red button.
Check your phone.
Check your phone. Did I hang up? Oh shit.
Yeah,
I'm
like
talking shit.
Yeah. I've done that to my mom before.
Oh yeah, I've definitely done that to people.
And then all you hear is, I can still hear you. I'm
right. Like, or you leave a voicemail and you're just like, this fucking bitch never answers her fucking phone. I hate her. Yeah. And then you're like, oh shit. Oh, never mind. I can't delete the voicemail. Exactly. But yeah, turn off your TVs, not TVs, turn off your computers and then talk shit.
Everyone
but don't do that
log off and go enjoy time with your family.
Yeah. But I mean, I do think they made valid points. I do think some parents do treat teachers as babysitters. I mean, technically you are. You're with my child more
when
often.
You changed the culture of this country and made it so that I had to go to work for 40 hours a week and couldn't just stay home and fuck around and raise my kid, then yeah, you're going to have to raise my kid at school. Sorry.
Pretty much. And you're going to have to give them 2 meals while they're there. Thanks. Appreciate that.
Joke's on you.
Yeah.
That's the other thing too. I feel like parents, or not parents, but like
teachers,
just people in general forget, like some kids go to school and like that's where they get fed.
That's very true.
Where they get attention. That's where they get, you know, and
they get away from the abuse at home.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like people do need to go to school. I agree that we need to do it safely, but like also I feel like Texas schools have been open and there hasn't been a crazy amount of young COVID cases
that we know of.
But I feel like something would have been said by now. People would have gone crazy.
Yeah.
So I think there is a way to open the schools.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think that the schools need to be open back up. I just think that children are the most germ-filled creatures on earth, and they're gonna spread it either way. Just let them go.
Yeah,
just let them go.
I mean, we don't know how this is gonna affect them, like not being able to be at school.
They need to socialize.
Like, I don't know, man. Their brains are gonna be fucked.
They're gonna have horrible social skills. They're not gonna know anything
because they've been learning online. They're not gonna have any social skills. Their immune systems are gonna be weird.
Yes, very much so.
We are team kids in schools.
Yeah, go to school, kids.
Like, we're team over 40 off of Facebook.
That's
live.
Very true.
Facebook Live. You can still get on regular Facebook
Live if you don't know how to use it correctly. Yeah. So did you hear? Well, speaking of COVID and COVID kind of spreading in the school system, did you hear about Publix? First of all, the grocery store Publix. You've heard of.
I've
Publix,
never been
right?
there, but I've heard great things about it.
Yes, their subs are amazing. Their deli is amazing. So Publix right now, I'm not agreeing with them. That Publix, y'all have disappointed me so much. They are offering.
HEB could never.
Well, HEB is amazing. They're all about community. Publix is too, but Publix, you done fucked up. Anyway, Publix is now offering their over 200,000 employees a $125 gift card if they get the COVID vaccine.
In this economy,
first of all,
that's like 50 grand.
Your people have been working through this pandemic the whole time. And you want to just say, for the sake of what? Is Pfizer giving you a check? Is Moderna giving you a check? Why are you offering to pay people to get a goddamn vaccine?
Because no one's taking the vaccine.
Exactly. That sounds very I Am Legend-esque. That's all I'm saying. Yes, it's very manipulative. Like $125? Come on now. You could at least said $500. You could at least said $300.
Is it grocery money?
Probably. It's probably gonna be, you can spend it at Publix. Like, bitch. It's like, that's
fucking audacity.
I can't even get gas. Publix doesn't have a gas station. What the hell?
We will give you $100 to the store you work at.
Store credit. Like, I've been stealing shit for 5 years since I worked here. What you mean?
Oh man. Are there Publixes? Is Publix plural?
Publix is an X.
Publixes then.
Yeah, Publixes.
Mm-hmm. Ew.
Yeah.
Are there Publixes in Texas?
No, they're not. They only go as far west as Mississippi and as far north as North Carolina. So they're southeast.
I don't know if you know this about me, but geographically that didn't even make sense in my head. I can't.
So from Mississippi on east.
But Mississippi's on the right of us.
Yes, on the map. Right. So, but it's still considered the east. At? I'm looking at the whole thing. Okay. You're just sitting on a different couch than me. So that's why you can't see it.
On the map. What the fuck?
That's why I said they go as far west,
but they just skip over Texas.
Mississippi is on our right side. It's not on the left, close to Arizona.
I see what you're saying. Oh, that's why it's in Florida.
Yes.
I'm here with you.
So it's Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, Florida's at the bottom.
I see.
Then you got South Carolina, North Carolina going to the top, but it's southeast.
So they're just in the, I would say,
southeast.
The lower right quadrant of the United States.
Yes, okay. Absolutely.
That's all you had to say.
I don't think Publix will ever come to Texas just because Publix is very expensive.
Oh, is it? Like Whole Foods expensive?
It's very bougie. Yes, very bougie. But it's bougie for a purpose because their quality is amazing. So it will never survive here because how cheap HEB is.
Dude, and the HEB brand shit is just also
well, see, that's the same
immaculate.
thing with Publix. Publix has their own brand as well. Oh. So that's why Publix will never, I don't think Publix will ever be able to compete with HEB.
We just got Trader Joe's in the last 5-10 years.
But see, Trader Joe's is actually cheaper than HEB.
Yeah, Trader Joe's is cheaper, but they don't have everything you need.
Exactly. So you still got to go to HEB to get some
But we don't even fuck with Kroger down here. We don't have any Krogers, no Winn-Dixie's.
I wish y'all had Kroger and or Winn-Dixie because they do the 10 for 10 on certain things.
Oh, wow, what is that?
But even Walmart, a lot of people don't even, I mean, people go to Walmart because Walmart sells other things.
No, they got
just food,
doo-doo produce.
That's very true. They're as one of the comedians that I listen to her podcast, Miss Pat, she says that Walmart looks like somebody fucked the fruit. Like, who beat your ass, Peaches?
Yes, the other day at work, I was talking to someone and we were just like I don't buy Hill Country Fair stuff. No, I was traumatized as a child. I don't fuck with Walmart's Great Value, even Market, whatever from Target. But give me an HEB brand anything, and I'll ride and die for it. Now, see, it's probably delicious.
I'll do Market Pantry Market, whichever one it is. Take the Target brand. Yeah. I'll do that. I used to do Great Value when I was in college because that's what I could afford.
Right.
But now that I'm in my career, name brand everything.
But I'm just like, even I will choose HEB brand over name brand a lot of the time.
Oh, that's very true. Yeah.
Because they just fucking, a
lot of time it's the same thing. It's just, it's made by the same company. They just package it differently because we're stupid as consumers.
Love HEB.
And they can manipulate us so quickly. Yeah.
Could never live anywhere without an HEB.
I definitely can because I have. Yeah. Albertsons, but you know what you're missing out on?
We did Albertsons. Have Albertsons,
Y'all have
Albertsons? They all
Albertsons?
Closed, yeah.
Albertsons was 10 for 10, man. God damn, I love Albertsons.
What is 10 for 10?
So like let's say they had like some kind of chips or something. You can get 10 different bags of chips for $10. So they were $1 each. But you didn't have to get all 10 though, you know? So they would do 10 for 10 stuff.
Cool.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway, I don't know how we got on that tangent, but anywho, so did you see
Publix is making people take the vaccine?
Well, that's very true. All right, let's just take a quick break and we'll be right back. This episode of The Face Off with Fleming and Fowler is sponsored by myapothecary.com. My Apothecary is the premier online destination for hemp-derived CBD that will help you curate a wealthy lifestyle.
CBD is one of many restorative compounds found in the cannabis plant. Its benefits include decreased pain, improved mood, decreased anxiety, and much more. Some of y'all know that I have crazy ADHD, so I'm heavily medicated at all times, and I've been taking CBD oil at night to kind of calm me down, get me ready for bed. 10/10 would recommend.
Worried about regulations? The passing of the 2018 Farm Bill made hemp-derived CBD legal to sell and consume. So yes, CBD is 100% legal and perfect for every person of legal age. My Apothecary's featured line, Broad Bloom, offers broad-spectrum CBD oil drops, sports cream, and soft gels. These products have no THC, so you can stay fly without the high or zen without the spin. Shop now at www.myapothecary.com and sign up for their newsletter to get exclusive offers, product releases, and CBD news.
Remember to always check with your healthcare provider before consuming any supplement. You must be 21 to purchase and consume, and shipping is only available in the US of A.
Don't forget to shop at www.myapothecary.com.
So, did you see the Gayle King interview with FKA Twigs?
No, I don't even know who FKA Twigs is. Is that really her real name?
Her name is like Talila.
So where does doesn't matter.
She's from I'll British. She's from Britain. She's like a rapper, singer, actor.
So that's her name, like her stage name.
Her stage name is FKA Twigs. She's the one we talked about it a while ago. She was dating Shia LaBeouf, and she came out with all these allegations of abuse, and she's suing him.
Oh yeah. I do remember that.
He was like driving crazy speeds down the highway, like he was gonna crash the car unless she told him that she loved him, and he was super abusive.
Yeah, because what was her name? The one who covers her eyes, Sia.
Yes, Sia was like, yeah, girl. One time he fucking ghosted me too. Yeah, and we were like.
Like, shut the fuck up.
Not the same.
Shut up.
She had an interview with Gayle King. I think it was her first ever interview. Mm-hmm. And Gayle...
Wait, is she an actress?
She is a triple threat.
Oh, okay.
Actor, singer, dancer. Can I tell you anything she's been in and or sung?
Exactly.
No, okay. But she's beautiful. So
okay, awesome.
Counts for something in this country.
Awesome.
So Gayle asked her a question, which is now problematic, but she was like, why didn't you leave him?
Gayle, did you not learn from the Kobe Bryant stuff when Lisa Leslie had to put your ass in your place? Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, so I'm gonna play the
fucking
clip.
Gayle King. Good God Almighty, she gets on my damn nerves.
And I often wonder, is it even an appropriate question to ask? Mm-hmm. And you know the question is, why didn't you leave?
Yeah. And I think we just have to stop asking that question. I know that you're asking it like out of love, but like I'm just gonna make a stance and say that I'm not going to answer that question anymore, because the question should really be to the abuser, why are you holding someone hostage with abuse? You know, and people say, oh, it can't have been that bad. because else she would have left. And it's like, no, it's because it was that bad, I couldn't leave.
And nobody who's been in this position.
Amen,
thank
sister.
you. Because that was, I mean, you know, I know it's problematic, but why didn't you leave?
Yeah, I know this is going to trigger you, but I'm going to ask it anyways.
Good for her. That was very well articulated. Like, and I'm glad she took a stance on that too. Like, I'm not answering that question. Why don't you ask him why the fuck he did what he did to me, bitch?
Yeah, and I think he had come out with a statement. Let me find it. I don't even know where it is, but he was basically saying...
is he denying the allegations?
No.
Oh.
Kind of. A little bit.
Okay.
Hold, please. He said, I'm not in any position to tell anyone how my behavior made them feel. I have no excuses for my alcoholism or aggression, only rationalizations. I've been abusive to myself and everyone around me for years. I have a history of hurting people closest to me. I'm ashamed of that history and I'm sorry to those I hurt. There is nothing else I can really say.
Okay. You could have done without the last sentence. That's a bit like a but after. I'm sorry, but, you know, fuck y'all.
I think he's just like, I'm a fucked up person and I'm doing fucked up shit and
don't be around me.
Yeah. Because I think all these girls now are coming out with stories of how he like gaslighted them and was, I don't know if he was, he may have been physically abusive, but I think he was very like emotionally, psychologically abusive.
Yeah. Well, as an alcoholic, I mean, you're going to go through so many different realms of, you know, forms of abuse and stuff and just lashing out to get what you want.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Right.
So,
and I think all these girls are coming out with stories now and I don't think it excuses anything, but I think at this point he's like, listen, I was a fucked up person for a very long time and I cannot keep apologizing for all the fucked up shit I did. Like I'm like, you know.
Right. I think that was, again, the first part of his apology or his acknowledgement
he was basically like,
great.
girl, you ain't special.
He's
I
like,
did this fucked up shit to everybody.
I done beat the shit out of 20 other motherfuckers. Get in line. Like,
you're just the first one to get an interview.
Exactly.
But I mean, yeah, he just has rationalizations. He cannot, other than saying sorry, what the fuck can he do for, you know?
That's very true. I mean, I just think that for her, like, I agree with what he said as far as that, you know, I can't basically tell you how I was around you because your experience of me and your perception of me was absolutely something. And obviously he probably don't even know what the truth actually is because if you're an alcoholic, you're in an altered state anyway. Yeah. So you don't even realize what you're actually doing, or maybe you're doing. You just don't give a shit because you're Shia LaBeouf and you know, make millions of dollars and have these great box office movies. So
love Transformers.
You know, Transformers was great.
iRobot, Eagle Eye, come on.
It was great, but I mean, you can make as many movies as you want to. You hit me, I'm gonna knock your ass out.
True.
I'm gonna shoot and kill you. Matter of fact, I'm not gonna knock you. I'm gonna shoot and kill you.
I think your point's valid though. She
Absolutely.
told me, okay, leave me the fuck alone.
Yes.
I'm not the one who did something fucked up. He is. So ask him. Don't ask me why I didn't leave. I was abused. And that's what abused people do. They stay.
I just don't understand why journalists or whatever, people of, you know, question askers, whatever.
Question
because that's not even, to me, that's not journalism. That's not true journalism. You just being nosy and asking a dumbass question. Yeah. Well, I mean, he beat you 5 times. Why didn't you leave? Bitch, why didn't Tina Turner leave?
Yep.
Because he would come after her and beat the shit out of her again.
Of abuse. The abuse is there's someone who has power over you and has you in the shit situation that normally you would leave, but you cannot. That's the whole nature of the situation.
Look at the state of Texas. Bitch, we can't go nowhere.
Look at our job.
We're being abused. Look at our job. Bitch, the healthcare system has abused all of us. We cannot leave. We went to school for this shit. And then Joe Biden ain't giving us no damn not COVID relief. Student loan forgiveness.
Normally if I showed up somewhere every single day and did my best and the thing I was showing up to was like, still gonna treat you like shit, I would have left, but I can't.
Because even in an abusive relationship, I've personally never been in an abusive relationship. I have had friends who have been in abusive relationships, and the reality is that even in an abusive relationship, there are still benefits. Yeah. People stay in relationships and in situations for the benefits. I'm staying at my job now because I have a benefit of getting a paycheck, okay? Yeah. A very good paycheck. People stay in I don't care if there's marriages because they're getting benefits. Hey, bitch, I can get some booty every now and then. I can split the bills with you. I like the
way having a partner makes me feel.
Exactly.
I loved you that one time for 10 years and that shit's still there.
I know you're going to take out the trash. I know you're going to cook. I know you're going to do this and I don't have to do it. I have
this fucking baby attached to my tit and sometimes you watch him when you're being nice.
Exactly.
And it's nice for me too.
So people don't just stay in abusive relationships because they're stupid. They stay in relationships because there is a benefit to it, to a degree. As manipulative as that person is, they isolate them to make them feel that they cannot cannot do anything without them.
Yeah.
And so the benefit is he gonna knock me upside my head, but he's gonna provide food. You know, he's gonna kick me in the face, but I have shelter over my body.
Or if someone tells you all the time how shit your life will be without them, or how shitty it is out there, you're like, why the fuck would I leave?
You start to believe it.
All I hear, if you know, when you turn on the news and you see how bad things are somewhere, like this is not the same, but this is all I can think of. During all the Black Lives Matter stuff, we're here in the US and we know it's bad, and it is a very strange time and it's a very stressful time, but like, I wasn't necessarily super scared to leave my house. Yeah. I could go to work and go to the store and do all of those things fairly normally.
Right. It wasn't immediately
in the
at my
daylight.
door.
Yeah. But there were travel alerts to people from other countries. Like the US is going through turmoil. People are getting shot in the and that sounds very scary. Right. Right. And it's the same kind of thing. If I turned on my TV and all I saw was that in the US, people are getting shot on the street and everyone's protesting and shit. Yeah. I'd be like, why the fuck am I going to go there? Right. Which is the same thing. If someone's telling you all the time, like, you know, you're not going to have this, I do this for you, you're nothing without me. Why the fuck would I leave? He's telling me how shitty it's going to be, and I believe it now.
And the thing is, even in abusive relationships, it's not all bad. It's not like this person is beating your ass or, you know, being emotionally abusive to you 24/7. There are probably nice parts of them, and that Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde type of bullshit.
That's a good abuser.
That's a good abuser.
That's how they're getting it done.
Look at. Have you ever seen What's Love Got to Do with It? Please say yes, because if you haven't,
What's Love Got to Do?
Not you know the song.
Dr. Doolittle.
I'm fucking done.
I've seen.
This is the last episode.
No, but
of this
I have
podcast.
seen.
Have you seen the movie?
By myself.
Okay, that's not the same. It's not the same.
I have seen Medea.
So you made me lose my thought. What's Love Got to Do with It, which is a story of Tina Turner and Ike. Well, it's about Tina Turner. Obviously, Ike is in it, but Ike Turner at a pool party. You know, they had all the people at the pool party. Everything was going great, right? And he got pissed at Tina Turner. He beat the shit out of her and drug her from the living room all the way to the bedroom and busted her lip and everything. She's in the bedroom crying. And when she takes a nap after getting her ass whooped, and then she wakes up. As she should. Girl play dead. And when she wakes up to flowers and a big old box of a present from Ike Turner. Every time your abuser abuses you, they gift you with some, baby, I'm sorry, I ain't gonna do it again. And men get abused too. Let's be very clear.
And that's on the cycle.
Yes. So, I mean, people always think, it's just, I mean, if somebody hit you, just leave. That's stupid. Why would you stay? What?
Who? There are very few people I feel like leave the first time someone hits
Why do you listen? These people
it's also shocking if no one's hit you.
I almost said something that could have got anyway.
Yeah, please don't. Please
don't. Listen, shit happens at my job every single day that gives me very good reasons to fucking walk out. Do I walk out? Fuck no.
But I'm like, the first time something happens to you, it's shocking. And as you know, I don't think necessarily people are like, oh, that's the first time. Yeah. Like, you can't just leave people because they made a mistake.
That's very true.
You can, you're allowed to, but it's very understandable if you don't.
Yeah. I remember my mom one time, and this is back in the early 90s or late 90s.
Great time.
She was cooking one day, and of course my fat ass wanted a little taste of the food, right? So I go and try to put my hand in the pot real quick. Well, my mom had a butter knife in her hand because she was doing something with it, obviously cooking. And that was the only thing that was in her hand. So she hit the top of my hand with that metal butter knife. And as soon as she did it, she dropped the knife and like grabbed my hand and was like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, I meant to hit you, but not with that. You know what I mean? So it's like, so at first I was like, oh my God, my mama just hit me with a butter knife. First of all, she's a black mom, so that's not uncommon, right? But at the same time, it was like, God damn, like I'm used to getting hit with a belt, not a butter knife. That's a little bit abusive, you know? But the fact that she reacted so fast, that's sometimes what abusers do too. And they react like, I'm sorry, I'll never do that again. I lost my temper. And it's the same cycle every single time.
It builds. It's a little bit and it builds and builds and builds until they're smacking you upside the fucking head and throwing you down the stairs or making you kneel in front of them, and then they beat your ass and they say, oh, I thought you were dead.
Exactly. While eating some cereal or some shit. Yeah.
Fuckers.
Yeah, that's crazy. But good for her for standing up for herself. What's her name again? KFK? What? JFK? What?
FKA Twigs. And she was in a brilliant yellow tartan pantsuit.
Oh, I thought you were going to say a brilliant movie. I was like, wow, what's the name of it? Nope.
No, she just looked great. She's beautiful.
Well, that's awesome.
And even if she still wasn't deserved to be abused.
No, definitely not. And fuck you, Gayle King. Stop being a bitch to people. God damn, you ain't learned your lesson last year?
Hey, I know this is probably not the question to ask, but I just have to.
Thank you. Like, ask that off camera or something, like in a time when you want to mentor her or something. But god damn, Gayle.
Hey, girl, quick question. Why the fuck didn't you just leave?
I know Kobe Bryant just died, but Lisa Leslie, how do you support a man that was accused of rape. What the man just fucking died, Gayle King. God damn. Ooh. Gayle King, shut the fuck up. At least for 6 months. Shut up.
I think that.
And Oprah ain't gonna tell you that shit, but I'm gonna tell you because I ain't your goddamn friend. Shut the fuck up. Okay, I digress. I'm good now.
Woo!
I got it out. All right.
Speaking
what else is
of
foolishness?
What do they call it?
Foolishness?
What do you call it? You're like, that was a train wreck.
That was a train wreck?
Yeah. Speaking of train wrecks, did you see the plane crash or almost crash?
No. What did it happen here in Texas? Please don't say. Oh, okay. I was like, Texas can't
it
handle
was
no
a
more.
flight going Denver to Honolulu, which, bitch, I wish I could fly to Honolulu right now.
I wish I could go to Denver.
But don't you still have to? Yeah, same. Don't you still have to quarantine in Hawaii for 2 weeks?
That I don't know because it's the United States. I don't know.
I need to look it up because I may be making a quick trip to Hawaii. Anywho, actually, I don't think you do. I just saw people on social media in Hawaii.
Yeah, it's United States. So
yeah, but I think before you had to do a little bit of quarantine. It's the U.S., but it's 8-hour flight from us, isn't it?
I mean, do you have to quarantine if you go to Alaska? That's the United States.
You do not.
See?
Good question.
Maybe because it's tourism, like Hawaii is like tourist.
Yeah,
like state, you know.
Hawaii. Hawaii is also more of like a multi-country tourist destination. Like people aren't just flying to Alaska to fuck around, you know?
Yeah, that's what I just said. It's touristy.
Did
so
you
it's
say
a part
that?
of the island.
I wasn't listening to you.
I said it's a state, but it's still a part of. I mean, they have the different islands, but it's still
Polynesia.
Yeah.
Anyway, flight was going from Denver to Honolulu. United Airlines.
Oh God.
Problematic all the time.
They punched somebody on the way there.
I probably, or they fucking said something racist on the intercom. But the fucking engine caught fire.
Oh no!
So they had to go back to Denver and land. But there's like huge pieces of shrapnel and plane that are falling in people's yards and shit.
Oh my God! Did anybody get hurt?
I don't think so. I think they landed and everything was fine. But the images of the plane is like people were taking them out of the window.
Yeah.
The plane is on fire.
Oh Jesus!
And after I watched The Wilds, even though, spoiler, it wasn't a real plane crash.
Yeah.
I don't fuck with planes.
Well, here's my thing. United, you have had almost a whole year of little to no flights. Okay. You should have been just like how the carnivals come to town and they set up and they ride them rides before people get on. Yeah. That's what you should have been doing. This was the perfect time for you to fix every plane possible known to man. And
this should have been your downtime.
Yes.
You know.
That's so scary. I wonder if they're going to get a voucher.
I would never fly United ever again.
I've never flown United.
I will still fly it because nothing personally has happened to me.
Yeah.
And if the flight's cheaper, I'm going to take it.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, I'm going to give it a second thought now.
Now, if you want to sponsor our podcast, I will fly the shit out of your planes. Okay.
Hello.
But
of course.
I've just personally never flown United because I've always flown Delta or Southwest.
Delta.
Or American.
Interesting.
But mostly Delta.
We're Southwest people over here. I like to pick my seats.
Yeah, ever since I moved to San Antonio, since it's a hub, I fly Southwest. But before that, I fly Delta.
Yeah,
that's insane. That's scary too. That's very.
I know. When I flew to Hawaii the first time, I decided to start watching Lost.
Why would you do that?
Horrible decision. I don't know. I was like, oh, an island, and I'm going to an island. Perfect.
Oh my
Mistake.
God. No, because you're going to be having nightmares forever.
Yeah,
for that.
I don't fuck with plane crashes.
No, definitely not. What were you telling me earlier about George Floyd in the news?
Yo, LAPD has done it again.
What do these fucking idiots do?
They are under investigation because some officers were circulating a Valentine for Valentine's Day with
like a Valentine's Day card.
Yeah, like a Valentine's Day card with George Floyd's face, and the caption was, "You take my breath away." For the man who was murdered because a cop fucking put his knee through his windpipe, and George Floyd was yelling, "I can't breathe."
LAPD, go fuck yourselves. You got away with that Rodney King bullshit, and you just keep perpetuating the cycle.
We let you have it that one time.
They've been having it ever since Rodney King. I really wish that God would have allowed Rodney King to beat the shit out of those cops who beat him. Like, I wish sometimes that's how life worked.
Eye for an eye.
Yes.
I'm just thinking, I know this was probably like a very small group. The LAPD is huge, right? This is probably like a small group of, but like
They're probably the most corrupt police station.
100%. But that's like such a sick joke.
That's not even funny. Like 2 years ago in CVICU, they had at our hospital they had like the morale committee for the CVICU, right? And they sent around all these little cards with like little lungs on them with a little face, and it had like a little blood clot in it, right? And it was like, are you a pulmonary embolism? You take my breath away. It was so cute, but it's a fucking PE. It's not a person who fucking died. It's literally a pulmonary embolism to signify, hey, we are cardiopulmonary ICU. Dumb. It was, I love punny jokes like that. Like but yeah, nobody was. That's so fucking heartless. That's so heartless.
Yeah,
they should burn in hell for that shit.
Not funny. Also, when are we gonna learn? Like, nothing stays private.
Nothing. Not even the stuff we say on this podcast. As much as I can try to edit it out, somebody can unfilter it. Who knows? I mean, if they really wanted to, they could.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's talk about something fun. Entertainment news.
Yes.
Kim and Kanye getting a divorce for real. Naomi Osaka beat Serena Williams in consecutive sets for the Australian Open.
That's awesome.
Love some black girl magic.
Yeah.
But also, yeah, like they both work hard as shit. They're good as fuck tennis players. Everyone's making a big deal because she finally, all the shit that's going on.
I just feel like Naomi, I just want her to be a little bit more excited. She's like the Tim Duncan of sports, like the female Tim Duncan. And I hate that.
I love Tim.
I hate it though. I hate the fact that she's so bland sometimes. And I'm like, Naomi, I need a little bit more facial expression.
She's dating a rapper, so.
So is she gonna be like Sierra was with Future? I don't know, and then get a Russell Wilson?
No, she's dating like one of the most mellow rappers.
Okay, that doesn't help. That definitely
I think that's the exciting thing she's doing.
I did see the interview where the one reporter was asking Serena Williams, like, first of all, I think this is so problematic to ask people. So what the fuck happened and why did you lose? Bitch, I've already lost.
I love when they do it after the NBA games.
I hate that.
And
that's
like,
so disrespectful. It is so disrespectful. And I'm just like, why the fuck are you at? So what happened in the set? Did you just give up? Bitch, no, I fucking lost. I'm not gonna win everything. Yeah. Plus Serena Williams is like Tom Brady at this point, as far as like, not comparing the two, because Serena is a way better athlete than him and has won way more titles. Like, she wins all the time. She's a vet.
She wins all the big shit all the time. We know her as a winner. She's also old, she's
old in tennis years. Yeah. And she's still kicking people's asses.
She is. She's proved everything she needs to prove.
Very true.
She's allowed to lose, especially to a young fucking superstar.
Because quiet as it's kept, Serena did the same thing to the old heads too, and to her own goddamn sister. She's beating the shit out of Venus. Yeah. I don't think Venus has beat her in a very long, years. So, I mean, Serena, great job. I'm a big Serena fan. I absolutely love Serena.
Remember when she was in that fucking skirt tutu bullshit get up?
Who? Serena?
Yeah.
Listen, I love everything she wears.
I know, she's great.
The infamous cat suit. Listen, like we said on the last episode,
Quay, her daughter's doll.
God knew what he was doing, and he did not give me a Serena Williams body. In a black cat suit, bitch, I'd be around here just starting
body like a Benz.
Man, she got a donk back there. Okay, beautiful body, beautiful woman.
Yeah, she's great. Yeah. And then Lauryn Hill is the first female rapper to sell 10 million copies of her
That's amazing.
Miseducation of Lauryn Hill album, which I wonder if that accounts for streams. Surely it doesn't, right? If it's saying album sales.
Maybe well, no, it's actual sales. Maybe people are actually buying it. But here's the thing for me. Is Lauryn Hill really a rapper? I thought she was to me, she's always been a singer.
That album is a rap album for sure.
I mean, but she has a beautiful voice. Now,
baby, come on. Oh yeah, Sister Act stole the show.
It's almost like she's like the original version, and I'm not comparing the two, but I'm just saying like the type of music that she makes is like Lizzo, how she can rap at times, but then she sings as well.
Too, yeah.
Yeah, like they sing rap like T-Pain, like you sing rap,
I've always considered it a hip hop album.
I've always considered it R&B, honestly.
But I guess she is technically a rapper. She raps.
I consider her, but she's just both. She's just multifaceted.
She raps and then does her own melody, so it's complicated. But yeah, it's more of a rap album.
It was honestly beautiful being able to grow up with Lauryn Hill and like
that album.
Grow up to her music, and like when it came out, you could not even though CDs, you could play CDs and stuff, but to be able to hear her music on the radio, and you can't just play it back whenever you want to, other than when you got the album. I have her original album. I actually bought the album at the time that it came out. So
the only song I really remember playing on the radio was
That Thing.
Yeah. No, that wasn't.
I know that wasn't the album.
What year did the Miseducation come out?
Ooh, that's a good question. Miseducation had to come out like late 90s?
98.
Yeah.
Oh, I was 4.
I was in the 8th grade. in the 8th grade, going to high school.
Maybe that's why I remember it. Yeah.
Everything on there was a bop. Every song on there was a bop.
That is an album I can play from beginning to end, no skips.
Yes, that is very true.
No skips. Everything's good.
Lauryn Hill is a genius. She just doesn't understand the concept of time.
Yeah.
And it's very disrespectful. I will not personally pay to go and see Lauryn Hill in concert because she does not respect people's time. And if your concert starts at 7, and to think that I will wait for you for 2 hours, I will get my money back and get the fuck on.
She's like,
I don't give a damn how much of a genius you are.
Who did the vagina candle?
Erykah Badu.
She's like Erykah Badu.
Yeah, Erykah Badu shows up late, but no, I need you to be like Tyler Perry's stage plays. His shit starts on fucking time. Mm-hmm. And this whole, well, I got to get in the genius mindset. Listen, bitch, you're a professional. You've been a genius for forever, for 20 something years, however long you've been in the game. You should know how to get in your pocket. Okay?
I would wait 12 hours to see Lauryn Hill.
Shit, Lauryn Hill can kiss my ass on that. No,
love that woman.
I'm not waiting on nobody. I don't give a damn. Listen, if Beyonce, one of the biggest entertainers in the world, can start her damn concerts on time, Lauryn Hill, you can do the same.
She's a Gemini. We just do what we do. We flip.
That ain't the will of God for my life. I'm not waiting. No.
Yeah, but that's awesome for her.
Yeah, that's awesome. Congratulations, Lauryn Hill.
Can we get a new album?
She probably wouldn't do it.
She wouldn't. She's one of those, like, if I don't have anything to say, I don't have anything to put out.
Yeah, she's like D'Angelo. The amazingness of her talent, the fact that album is that old,
but it ages so well.
But the fact that it's still selling, people are still consciously buying it.
Insane.
That's how you know that that's a mastered craft of art. The fact that people are still buying
dope. Lyrics, dope.
Yes.
Like, oh God.
And she's a beautiful woman. Like everything about her is beautiful except for her lateness. That's it. I love you, Lauryn Hill, but I would not be caught dead waiting for you at your concert.
Do you have a favorite song off that album?
Nothing Even Matters.
Oh,
it's probably my favorite. That's my favorite song. Nothing Even Matters. Yeah. I mean, just every freaking song on that. But yeah, if I had to choose one, absolutely Nothing Even Matters. It would be my absolute favorite of hers on that.
Such a good one.
Yeah.
Remember that one time Drake sampled X Factor?
Yeah, I like Forgive Them Father too. I like that one.
Mm-hmm. Damn, I'll have to bop Lauryn Hill.
Yeah.
Congrats to you, girly.
Yes, absolutely. She's
what a
transcended
fucking masterpiece.
Time. She's transcended time. Give her flowers while she's here. But again, I'm gonna give you a tardy slip. Anyway. All right. Anything else in social media news?
No, that's all I got for you.
All right, let's head on over to the rehab corner.
They tried to make me go to rehab. I said,
go.
Hey, yes, I've been bad, but when I come back, you'll
go. Get your ass in that corner.
Hey, welcome to the rehab corner, everybody.
All right, so in the rehab corner this week, we are talking about kind of piggybacking off of our first subject that we talked about in the very beginning of this episode with the crisis that we had, or the snowstorm that we had here in Texas this week or this past week, and having to deal with a crisis while you are an essential worker and kind of going into work, not going into work during a particular crisis.
I've never felt less essential than I did during this natural disaster, I'm going to call it.
Well, I think when you're... person in charge tells you, hey, yeah, don't worry about coming to work because y'all ain't really important. They don't really need y'all. You're just like, oh, you don't? Okay.
It almost felt fake, like not like fake as in a dream, not real. Like someone was gonna wake me up, because I was like, I don't know. Usually, when you work at a hospital, it's like you're the hands on deck.
Every hand is on
all
deck.
hands on deck, and like the rest of the world may not be, but like your ass is always gonna have to be there. Absolutely. Pandemic, did we get a day off? Can't say we fucking did. Like
definitely not.
They're like, you know, the world is ending, but you have to come in. So the fact that someone was like, just chill, it's dangerous outside, I was like,
let us know if you want to come or not.
I was like, this cannot be real.
It was really weird, to say the least, for me. Like I said, I didn't go to work the whole entire week. I was not sacrificed. Again, I'm a single woman who has one vehicle. Okay. Now I can afford two. I'm not going to do that because that's stupid anyway, because I don't need two vehicles, but I have one vehicle. Okay. And if I get stranded, or would have gotten stranded on the side of the road, which a lot of people did, there were a lot of cars that were stuck on the side of the road because they were slipping and sliding and all that kind of stuff. And I am a person who judges white people for going camping, because I'll be like, why the fuck you going camping? Like, that's stupid. But now God has humbled me through this experience, and the next white person that asks me to go camping, guess what I'm doing? Going fucking camping.
Be careful what you wish for. Well, okay, the next white person that asks you to go camping.
Not just any random white person.
Some Jeffrey Dahmer, fucking John Wayne Gacy motherfucker is gonna ask you to go camping.
If our coworker Don, if you're listening to this, I will go camping with Don. He's Canadian.
Yeah, he's Canadian. He's not even American. Very safe. Safe bet.
He knows how to build a fire from scratch. I'm quite sure that man is very resourceful. I will go camping with Don. Okay. Now, random white people just out in the audience, no.
Please, if you are white and listening to this, ask Monica to go camping as soon as you can.
No, here's the thing. I'm an introvert, so I want to be invited, but I'm probably gonna not go.
Typical.
But yeah, I did not go to work at all this week, other than Saturday. I did go Saturday just to, make up some time and stuff like that. But you actually went out during the ice and snow and whatnot. How was it?
I did. You live way further from the hospital than I do.
I do. I live 35 minutes away.
Yeah, I only live like 15 with traffic.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, Mom, you look like you're not busy. Also, I live with my mom right now. So I was like, I got to get the fuck out of this house for at least 4 hours. So it was just a sacrifice on all fronts.
You were like, hey, if I got to sacrifice it, I'm out.
True. I'm also like, they just got strict about using our PTO all the time. And so like, you can't just call in and say, oh, I'm going to take the day unpaid. You have to use your PTO.
Which has always been a policy, by the way.
It's always been a policy, but we've been
implemented.
We've been lax about it. So now I'm freaking out because I'm like, well, shit, I'm not trying to use PTO, but I'm also not trying to not get paid. So let me get as many hours as I can.
Yeah.
So the ice had let up. It would like wax and wane. Mm-hmm. So I did go in on Wednesday for like 5 hours. I went in on Friday and I went in on Saturday, and it was nice because the whole department was like, there was no one there.
Yeah, very true.
So it was the most relaxed feeling ever. They're like, come in when you can, pick up the people you can, leave when you can. Yeah. I was like, this is what work should be.
Exactly.
I do what I can when I can, and I get paid for it.
Yeah.
So I just, we were fucking swamped.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It was insane the amount of orders we got. But the hospital was quiet. No one was there.
Yeah.
Everyone was stuck there who was there. So it was cool. Yeah. It's a chill vibe.
Well, I was at home freezing Sunday night through Wednesday. It also had
power, so a lot of people were showing up just to get power.
That's very true. That's very true. Yeah, I definitely stayed at my house from, like I said, Monday through Wednesday. I was freezing my ass off and had no power. And again, most of the people at our job, they either have spouses, partners, or live with their parents. I don't have any family members here except for my cousin, who had been stuck at the hospital since Sunday night. And finally got a day off Thursday.
She was stuck there?
She was stuck because she's a resident. She's a chief resident, actually. And
oh, wow. She's like Bailey.
Yes, but non-surgical. Oh, okay. She's internal med. But she was stuck at the hospital, and none of her interns, she was just like, no, just stay home. Like, it's fine, whatever. I'll just try to handle it as much as possible. And she's military, so she had to stay at the hospital. And she finally got a day off on Thursday, and she drove to my house Thursday when the second snowstorm hit. But she went to med school in Chicago, so she understands how to drive in snow. So it was fine for her. But, I'm just like, if I get stuck on the side of the road, that's my only way of transportation around this city. And I don't have aunts and uncles and parents or whatever that can come to my rescue in this city. So I'm not going to sacrifice my life or my vehicle to go to work. Them patients don't want to do therapy anyway. They want to have a snow day too. And they trapped in their damn rooms. But I think too, when you have, again, decreased leadership, who doesn't know what they're doing. Like, you have a disaster prepared list for a reason. I even remember when I worked in Florida, at a hospital in Florida, and there were hurricanes that hit, maybe Tallahassee or something like that. And they would call and be like, hey, it's your rotation to come because we're on a code green. Yeah, bitch, I ain't coming. I'm a college student. I'm not doing it. But at least they called and had a plan. Like,
Yeah. Well, as soon as we got the message that was like, hey, you don't have to show up, but if you want to, cool. I was like, well, why the fuck am I going to show up?
Exactly.
I'm not going to risk my life.
Listen, I ran out of all my PTO. Ask me if I care. Nope. Not at all. That's what PTO is for. Prepare the others.
I'm just like, listen, in the grand scheme of things, will it kill people to not have therapy a couple days?
No, but we make it seem like it will when we try to use it for manipulation purposes.
If a doctor asks me about it, I'm going to be like, this is detrimental to their health.
Yeah, they need to get up every day. They cannot afford to miss a day.
But I'm like, listen, nursing can get them up. Yeah. It may not be skilled. They'll be okay. Yeah. We are the least essential people.
We're not.
Are we not?
Listen, do you understand what therapists can do? We are glorified CNAs in a time of crisis.
Oh, and that in terms of that, yes. Like we were free labor for them, basically.
Yeah,
we get paid, but
we are
already hired labor.
Like, we are high-priced CNAs who could have taken blood pressures, who could have taken patients to the bathroom. We could have helped nurses.
Oh yeah, I saw the freaking IT guy transporting someone when I was working, and I was like, "This is ghetto."
Now, if IT is there and therapy is not, that's a problem.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and I didn't feel bad about it. I'm not gonna ever feel. You are never going to make me feel bad about putting myself first and making sure that I am safe. I don't care how many directors and administrative staff say, "Well, the patients, they can't go anywhere." Fuck them patients.
They're also safe. They're stuck there.
They're safe. Like our hospital didn't run out of food. They didn't run out of electricity. Even if the power did go out, you have red outlets for a reason, which means that even any hospital that you go into, whether it's an urgent care or whatever, they're going to always have red power outlets. And the reason why is because the red power outlets mean that is plugged into the generator. If your hospital power fails, your generators are supposed to come on within 10 to 15 seconds anyway. They regularly test that as facilities management. So you should have already known and tested it, anticipating this snowstorm. Nothing about me trying to drive 35 minutes out and come and do some therapy with some patients and then get potentially stuck there. Oh no. Then they had cots and all that stuff out, and which was great for the hospital. I'm appreciative that our hospital did that. However, if you saying that I can lay next to my coworker or an employee, but then we can't have staff meetings because it's more than 10 people,
eat lunch together. No. We can't have staff meetings together. Also, for me, if you volunteer to come up to the hospital to do your job during a crisis, you do not get snaps or a sticker from me.
No, you don't.
So stop posting on social media and stop talking to people like you want some kind of fucking recognition.
I came during the crisis.
You chose to come the fuck up here and do that.
And I chose to freeze my ass in my Tempur-Pedic mattress.
Don't make me feel like I wasn't doing something because I decided. People feel different levels of comfortability navigating in that weather.
Yes.
Coming out in that weather. I don't have fucking 4-wheel drive.
Right.
I don't know. My brakes are fucked. I told you my fucking brake light keeps going on and I have not done anything about it.
Oh my God.
But I was just like, you can't. I hate when people are trying to make it seem like they, did all these things or deserve these things or want to make it known. I'm just like, you came and did your job. Okay.
And then there are these little microaggressions like, oh wow, you finally showed up. Fuck you, bitch. What you mean?
You didn't come? Well, da-da-da made it. And so-and-so just stayed overnight. I didn't want to fucking stay at the hospital overnight.
That's you,
and
bro.
I was given the option not to.
Listen, I am a black person who has never been camping. I don't know how to survive out here in this wilderness. You think I'm going to go and sacrifice it now?
Yeah.
Oh, hell no.
It wasn't a crisis like, oh no, there's all these people at the hospital and they all are not getting up and moving. If we just had more therapists. It was like the roads are closed.
First of all,
there's ice on the roads and they're closed.
Y'all treat therapy like pure shit. So us not being there was really not a big difference. I mean,
0%.
Yeah, it's like the same. Oh, who are you again? Okay, you're gonna walk my patient. You're gonna bathe my patient. Awesome. What? No, I'm not sacrificing my life. And two, you had other staff members that were dealing with their own crisis at home where their
no one
pipes
had power,
were bursting.
No one had water. Pipes were bursting. People couldn't get to their families.
People got, kids, babies that are 6 months old, freezing in the damn cold.
Dude, you want to hear something fucked up? So we had a family friends who they must have delivered their baby on like Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
And they went home to no power. Mm-hmm. And while we were walking around the hospital, we kept seeing all these dads coming down from mother baby. And I was like, don't discharge home.
Yeah.
Tell her to start coughing, get a really bad headache, faint.
Seriously.
Stay here, because I cannot think of anything worse than discharging home with a newborn baby and not having fucking power.
Very true.
Or running water.
Yeah, definitely. It's not worth it. Like, I don't care how many times you said, oh, we want to thank the supervisors and we want to thank everybody that sacrificed. Thank you, bitch, because I didn't have to go. You are not going to consciously make me feel bad about protecting me and my shit.
Especially after you give me a choice.
Even if you didn't give me a choice, I was still going to call in. I'm not sacrificing my life. I've never driven in snow. I have no plans on driving in snow. Well, the roads appear like they're clear. I don't care what they appear to you, Becky. I'm not bringing my ass out my fucking house. Mm-hmm. Because if I crash my motherfucking car, are you going to pay for that shit? Okay then, shut your mouth.
And there were a lot of cars just parked on the side of the road.
Are you standing in the HEB line for me, going to get milk and bread and water and all this other kind of bullshit? If you are not going to reciprocate what you are asking me to do, get the fuck out of my face.
Amen.
I don't own that damn company. This is why you have other resources.
And they're lucky I didn't have PTO. That's when my ass went back up there.
Listen, I ran out of PTO. Did I care? No. Sure didn't. I was like, I'm in the negative and I don't care. And every day I text my immediate supervisor, hey girl, I ain't gonna make it again. We'll try again tomorrow.
I'm just like,
I'm not gonna do it.
It's not the time.
No. First of all, we're in the middle of a Ponderosa. Okay.
A pan dulce at least.
We're in the middle of a panini. And you think that I'm going to, first of all, I have already sacrificed 9 months of my life. Listen, I am a disgruntled worker. Okay. I have already sacrificed 9 months of my life, literally helping to fight COVID with no additional pay. And then you want to offer something more and you want more from me? Oh no. No. No.
Oh no.
No. Oh no. I'm not doing it. You cannot ask me, Monica, do you have a pencil I can borrow? No. It's not reciprocal. No. I'm not doing it. I don't care if it was. You are never going to make me feel bad for choosing me first. You're never gonna make me feel bad for choosing me first.
What?
Good luck with that, because you're not gonna do it.
Well, I'm glad you had a good week off.
I did well again.
But you didn't have power.
Didn't have power. I was freezing my ass off. I got tired of eating peanut butter and jelly real quick. Because but here's the thing too. Here's the sad part. As crazy as it was for us, I know other like third world countries were looking at us like, you privileged ass bitches.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, this is so shitty, but I cannot imagine what it's like to live in, I don't know, a developing nation.
Yes. Like this is your norm.
Yeah.
Like you having to sleep in bubble gooses, even if you have that, or just, potato sacks and all kind of stuff. And here I am, like, I'm cut off from the world. I can't even get on Facebook to see what's going on.
I cannot tell you how much I was bitching because I would send messages in a group chat and half the people would get it and half wouldn't, and half would respond at 3 hours later about shit I said. And I was like, I can't do this anymore.
Because her privileged ass was sitting over here with the firefighters having power, and the rest of us had nothing.
My mom was like, who would have thought when we bought the house that we needed to be by a fire station and a hospital?
Word to the wise. Get on the same power grid as a hospital, a fire station, or a police station.
If you live in Texas, you fucking better. If you're buying a new house, make sure you're buying something essential that they won't cut the power to.
Now, here's the kicker, though. I want to see what your mama electricity bill gonna be next.
Oh, that's what we worried about.
But then my sister called me. Shouts out to my sister Selena. I love you, girl, sometimes, but I love you this time. She went online. She was like, "Yo, you still don't have no power." I was like, "No, girl." She was like, "Okay, I'm gonna go on Amazon. I'm gonna buy you a portable generator."
Nothing's getting delivered.
And I know. She was like, "I'm gonna send it to you." And I was like, "Thank you, girl, but the snowstorm gonna be over. But I'm gonna still use it though at the time of crisis." So then she kept updating me. Hey, so it's not gonna get back to you until Tuesday. But you still need it. So, but I'm thankful. I'm thankful she did that because a lot of people are now starting to buy that stuff up, and so it was only like a few of them left. So I was like, "Girl, go ahead and get it, and I'll just pay you and put the money in your account." So shouts out to my sister.
The day where before it snowed all day,
yeah,
but it had stopped snowing. There was like a snow day gap.
Yeah, because it snowed Monday and then it stopped Tuesday, Wednesday, and then it snowed again all day Thursday.
So during that gap, HEB had been closed, but they were like, "We're gonna open at noon." So my mom was like, "We gotta get there at 10:50," and I was like, "Bitch, I'm not going to HEB at 10:50. It was at noon." When I tell you, we rolled up at 11:30 and that line was fucking wrapped around. I said, quite God sure. Damn it! But people were in there buying like gas grills and all of these things, and I was like, I didn't even fucking think about that.
Yeah.
And you just got to run and get what you can. And then we had power, right? So we were buying like meat, cheese, dairy, all these things we were going to make food. And then we had got home that night, and that's when all those fake messages had been going around about them cutting the power for real.
The grid is crashing.
Literally. And I was like, Mom, what the fuck did we buy all this shit for? Like, we're so stupid. We didn't even buy anything that was non-perishable. I was like, we cannot survive. I was like, good thing the power didn't cut off because we can't survive.
Listen, let me tell you what's not survivable. Singleness during a crisis.
Truly.
Okay? Like, I literally am like, I've been going through this Ponderosa Panini single. And I had to go through a snowstorm single. I don't even have no grill. I don't grill. I'm a vegetarian. What the hell am I grilling? Okay, I got an air fryer that has a grill setting. And then two, I'm like, I have a gas stove. And so my, shouts out to our coworker, Jessica Estrada. She's, maybe I should cut her last name out. I'll cut her last name out. Anyway, Jessica, she's like, I have a gas stove too, but yes, it's partially electric, but all you got to do is just turn a little light and then stick your lighter in there. Yeah, and I was like, bitch, you're not about to blow me up. I've never done that in my life.
The scary part is the noise it makes.
No, listen, I don't play with stuff like that. I only grew up with an electric stove. When I purchased my house,
the pilot light goes out.
If it's already lit, that's something totally different and the power go out. I'm cool with the little blue light. But trying to light that up and sticking that thing in, oh, hell no. I'm not about to be over in the burn team.
Tick, 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 tick.
Listen, our hospital has a burn program. I will not be a member, okay? Because y'all not about to blow me up in my house. I already ain't got no goddamn power and it's dry as shit in here. Oh, no.
Oh,
no. I have too much flammable stuff in here. I'm not about to burn.
Yeah, and it's not like you can Google how to do anything because your fucking power doesn't work.
I couldn't even access Google. I couldn't even access the weather app to see what the weather was.
What did you do with all of your time?
I slept.
You're kidding.
Well, I was shivering and tried to sleep.
Really?
Yeah. And then I would just look at my photos and then, I had this one game on my iPad. Thank God for, Jesus Lord, an iPad. There are certain games that you can go on that you don't need the internet. So I played this one. It's like a Candy Crush game, but it's not Candy Crush. I think it's called Candy Saga or something like that.
Yeah.
And I'm on level.
So I'm on level 500.
13. No, it's 1375.
Oh my God.
I've been playing it for years though, but I was able to play that game. And when you win a certain level, you get 2 hours of free lives. So I was like, oh, thank you, Jesus. I got the free lives. And I just kept winning free lives. So I was like, oh, thank you, Jesus. So that's how I got through it with Candy Saga and just reflecting on my life. I was like, it sucks to be single. Yeah.
Love that for you.
I'm like, I wonder what my nephew's doing. Because then my nephew I called my sister and of course he was just like, Auntie Monica, let me see the snow. Hey bud, I ain't got no internet. I can't do it. My cell phone service is raggedy right now. Cell phone towers
it's all
are
fucking
down.
Pixelated.
Exactly. And then when I finally got power, I called him and I was like, hey bud, you want to see some snow? He's like, oh my gosh, can we go to Auntie Monica's house? And he's like, get in the snow and make a snow angel. Hun, I'm fat.
A little cold out there.
Yeah, your auntie's fat and I can't get down there and get back up. I already got back issues. No.
Big facts.
Yeah. Wait, did you go? What?
Big facts.
Oh, I thought you said big fat. I was like, damn, that's rude. I just called myself fat. I didn't need no amens. Good God Almighty, Alyssa.
I'm just gonna start calling you big fat.
Big fat. God damn. That's disrespectful. You took this podcast to a whole other level.
Whoa, I thought we were cool like that.
I mean.
All right. Good to know. Good to know.
Yeah. So for those people who are still struggling through this situation, those Texans.
Praying for you.
Yes. Praying for your mental health.
No one planned for this, knows how to deal with it.
No. Even I feel bad for the people who, couldn't escape and couldn't go to a hotel, who didn't have money to go to a hotel.
That's what I was talking to someone the other day. I was thinking how many people live paycheck to paycheck or have just enough money to do what they need to do.
Yeah.
And shit like this happens and your food goes bad or you have to go get a hotel, but you don't have money for a hotel. No one can transfer you money. You can't even call anybody. Mm-hmm. That's ooh,
it's horrible. And then still have the expectation to show up to work and put this face on to be there for whoever.
Yeah, no, and it's a very different. I think because we don't have kids, so I always know I don't know if you did this in college, but if I wanted to go out and do something, I just wouldn't eat, or I'd eat a fucking peanut butter and jelly sandwich for 3 weeks.
I had cereal last night.
Yeah, because you're just it's just me. What the fuck does that matter? I'll be fine. But when you have kids, you can't do that.
I could not imagine being a parent and going through having no power and no water during a snowstorm. I would be so livid. I would just.
It's so neglectful. It's so dangerous.
It's horrible because you feel so helpless as a parent. Your kids are crying because they're freezing cold and you're around here, got all these candles surrounded by you. I mean, even too, in hurricane situations, when we would lose power as when we were going through hurricanes, even my parents, they would try their best. Black parents, they just tell you, sit down so it won't rain so hard. And if it's lightning and thundering, you sit down and be still and be quiet and the thunder will go away. What? I don't have control over the storm.
You didn't know that's how it worked?
Man, I'm just black parents just so fucking
Did you hear about
manipulative.
that house in Houston that caught on fire? I guess they slept with the fireplace on because they didn't have power.
Oh, no.
The house caught on fire. The grandmother and the 3 kids got stuck inside.
Oh, my God.
The mom went to run back inside to get them, and they held her back. They're like, you cannot go back inside the house.
So all of them died?
So the mom and the dad are alive, I believe, but the rest of the family died in the house.
No.
How shitty must that feel?
That's horrible.
Literally the worst.
Well, even too, there was this one, I think it was a little kid and his mom They went inside the car and their car was in their garage, and she turned the car on, but she didn't open the garage door. Oh, no. And they both died from carbon monoxide poisoning.
Dude, this is such a depressing act. I thought 2021 was going to be like
I told you we're in month 14 of 2020.
It sucks.
That's horrible.
I'm ready for just like, I don't even want anything stupendous or spectacular to happen. I just want normalcy. I want nothing to happen. No positives.
See, that's going to scare me if nothing happens.
I want no positives and no negatives. I just want to just roll through.
Just neutron.
Just neutrons.
Jimmy Neutron
this shit. I'm tired of it. I don't want anything. I don't want anybody to be elected or anybody to be fucking defunded. I don't want anybody to be fucking making millions of dollars or to go bankrupt.
Let's just go on hibernation.
I want everyone to just fucking sit their ass at home and chill.
Let's just, as the human race, I vote to go in hibernation for at least a month.
I'm gonna freeze my head like Walt Disney and just wait for this shit to pass. Bring me back when it's time.
Yeah, this week was horrible, man, for Texans. And, these energy companies, man, please do not take advantage of people, even price gouging.
Did you see the energy company was like, we know that the prices are going to be crazy. We're doing what we can. We'll go ahead and break up your payments so you can pay them off for the next 10 years.
You really think that somebody can afford a $5,000 payment for the month? And then you try to say, oh, if you don't pay it, then we're going to just shut your shit off. Like, that's so inhumane. In the midst of a pandemic. That's so inhumane. We are still
suffering from fucking COVID.
Yeah, and because Texas, again, has privatized this shit, what can you do? And the people are like, take your shit off auto pay. I was like, you better. They gonna wipe out your
as soon as you get power, account. Take that. That's the first move you should make.
Man, that's why I don't never put my shit on auto. Listen, the only thing that come on auto pay is my Apple Music. That's it.
Yeah, and I'm about to take that off. That's the only thing I have on auto pay.
Yeah, I don't even have my mortgage on auto pay.
Because I'm like, I probably have the money, but what if I fucking don't?
What if I don't? What if I just don't feel like doing it? What if the bill is
$100 and I have 103 in my account? Guess who's not getting paid this month?
Exactly. I got to get groceries.
I'll deal with that when we get to that.
And fuel. No, I'm not doing
auto pay is the devil.
Yeah, I just pray that I'm like I said, I'm glad that Joe Biden, I was about to say Bill Clinton.
Did you see that Joe Budden tweeted something and someone was like, where's my stimulus check? And someone tweeted back, they're like, this is Joe Budden, not Joe Biden.
Oh my, I need people to be smart in this season. Please, man. Just be smart. But yes, we're praying for everybody in Texas. Continue to conserve your energy and, the groceries. I went to the grocery store yesterday and they were out of a lot of different things.
HEB is barren and they keep posting and they're like, the warehouses are full. I'm like, well, where's that shit then? Because there's nothing in my HEB.
They're putting it out slowly but surely. And here's what I do want to say to Texans. Okay, y'all keep that same energy for us vegetarians, okay? Stop taking our fucking meat, man. Stop taking our vegan and vegetarian meat. I went to Sprouts. I couldn't find out a single pack of vegan bacon or no sausage. I think it's disrespectful.
We just gotta give
it. I was so mad.
The only Oreos left at HEB were the fucking mint Oreos.
That's what I'm saying. You know who eats those? Fucking Cointa.
Ooh,
that's disgusting. This is why I don't fuck with mint nothing.
Oh, do you not really mint chocolate chip?
Ew, that's nasty.
You don't like mint chocolate chip?
So why can't you eat the mint Oreos then?
I don't want a fucking mint Oreo. I want a double stuffed Oreo or a triple stuff. I will triple stuff it.
Or the Lady Gaga one.
What's the Lady Gaga one?
The pink and green ones.
Ew.
I don't know what flavor they are, but they're pink and green.
The best Oreos are the Halloween Oreos. There's just something about the orange cream.
I like the peanut butter ones. Peanut butter ones are really good.
Nope.
They're actually really good.
Do you remember before all this stuff happened and it was National Oreo Day and at work they bought like every flavor of Oreo and they let us eat them?
Yes. Shouts out to her name is Monica. Shouts out to Monica Clark. She went and ordered all of these goddamn Oreos and was like, I've never had all these flavors.
For Monica Clark. Yeah, that was a good
Shouts out to Monica Clark. Thank you so much.
Our job used to be fucking lit.
Listen, one thing Monica's going to make sure you have is fucking food.
Fun.
Okay?
Fun and food.
Fun and food is her motto.
That was a really good day.
The whole building can be burning and guess what she's gonna do? Hey, I Uber Eats some stuff.
She's like, hey, the world's on fire, but we got Chipotle for lunch. So everyone just fucking bring it in at 12:30 and we'll call it. Oh, shout out to Monica Clark.
Yes, thank you for the different Oreos. We appreciate that. All right, y'all. So I think we've talked enough.
Stay safe.
Stay safe, y'all.
Shed love and light.
Continue to pray for the state of Texas.
Positivity and good vibes to everyone.
Yes. Have a great week. This is going to be a great week this week.
I want this to be a neutral last week for all of us.
Yes.
No super highs, no super lows.
Just
fucking ride the wave.
Yes. Let's make it to Friday. Oh, speaking of making it to Friday, I bought a dashiki scrub cap for myself and my students. So we will be posting those selfies online at some point this week. So look out for those. And remember to go to www.myapothecary.com for your amazing CBD products.
If anyone could use CBD right now, it's us. So
listen, I was taking that tincture like nobody's business this week.
Yep.
And I was like, is it going to warm me up?
I don't know if one of the benefits is warmth, but here we go.
It didn't warm me up, but it helped me sleep. and it helped calm the shivers.
You're just kind of shaking a little bit, calm as shit.
Listen, I just kept putting them drops in and I was like, oh, I'm shivering, but I'm calming down. It's nice. Awesome. And then I can go to sleep.
I used that lotion on my mom had a huge knot. She got the second COVID vaccine.
Yeah.
It looked like someone put a golf ball under her skin and heated it to like 350 degrees.
Oh, my.
It was gross. And I was like, here, let me just rub the CBD on you. That'll fix it.
Let's put the My Apothecary sports cream on there.
And it fixed it. So
cool beans. I love that. I love My Apothecary. Remember, www.myapothecary.com. Go out and get your tincture or your drops, your CBD sports cream, as well as your soft gel pills. All right, y'all.
Tell them we sent you.
Tell them that the Face Off sent you. All right, y'all. Thanks for listening. We'll see y'all next time.
Thanks so much for tuning in to another episode of The Face Off with Fleming and Fowler. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at The Face Off Pod. Be sure to tune in to The Face Off every Tuesday where new episodes are released.